back at 2011 by Mr. Shiv Nadar. So he's also the founder of the HCL Technologies. So relatively, it is a very recent university setup. I mean, like it didn't just crossed more than 10 years. And recently, it was also awarded, one of the few private universities awarded with Institution of Eminence, recognized by the Government of India. Okay. So this is a very brief introduction about the Shiv Nadar University. So there are many more achievements within this short duration by the Shiv Nadar University. This is the campus. It is located near Greater Noida, close to Dadri, and it has like nearly 290 and above acres of campus, and there is a biosphere, and there is a lot of active, there is a huge diversity of animals, birds. Things way back at this time, unlike conventional bachelor's program with 3-year degree course and mostly focusing on theory, so people also included a 4th-year research intensive program. So that complies with national education policy also. It was started way back at 2012. So that is what about the university. And coming to the department, so life science established in 2012, and as I mentioned, it is not a very conventional program. It is BSc research program where in biotechnology with 3 years plus 1 year dedicated for the research. Within 3 years also, we have additional programs like opportunities for undergraduate research, OUR we call. So there students can choose different programs and get exposed to research labs very early, starting from the 2nd year onwards. Okay, so there we noticed that many people got benefited, and they got advanced placements in multiple national and international universities and research institutions. And this allowed us to think about this the current program. Okay. And coming to the department has a different facilities, genomics, proteomics, and basal tube laboratories for advanced research to conduct advanced research. And we also have a state-of-the-art imaging facility. And also we have multiple model systems within the department, like fly labs, zebrafish lab. So this is the zebrafish facility which is running, and these are different mice which will be used for different experimental procedures. And we also have a couple of centers. You can see here there is Center for Integrative and Translational Research. So this is mainly going to harbor, and where we generate a lot of disease model using animal systems. So here you can see the technician generating transgenic mice using microinjection method. This is also part of the facility. It is running, and everybody is using this facility to address various research problems. Another center is Center of Excellence in Epigenetics. So this is also a dedicated center, and within short time, within 2-3 years time, it was functional, and it was headed by the Professor Sanjeev Galante, Dean of School of Natural Sciences. So this also is focused on mainly on how the epigenetic mechanisms regulate different aspects of the life form. Okay. So apart from that, coming to the main core strength of the department, our faculty. Our faculty are having diverse backgrounds. Like you can see here, the molecular biology, genetics, developmental biology, microbiology, plant science, ecology. So bioinformatics, cancer biology, evolutionary biology, neuroscience, aging, and behavior. This wide spectrum allow students to learn, first of all, their choice based on their interest, and second, they can pursue and gain more knowledge on particular area, and also interdisciplinary. I mean, like, so you presence of different teams allow you to think in a different thing, adapt solutions from different field to this particular thing. So, and one more thing I wanted to iterate, I mean, this is not just about life sciences. The campus harbors, I mean, like engineering sciences also. So many of our projects are actually interdisciplinary, truly interdisciplinary. Okay, so many students from the engineering background also join our life sciences and vice versa. And because of these things, the solutions are very creative and very useful. Okay, so in short, we can broadly group these particular expertise into 7 themes. So as I mentioned, we have 7 thematic groups. So development, regeneration, and repair, uh, uh, and then plant biotech, climate change, and sustainability, and infection and immunity, disease pathogenesis and therapeutics, aging and metabolism, neuroscience, cognition, behavior sciences, evolution and ecology. So the faculty can fall into either of the, see, more than one theme also, because some of them, for example, myself, I'm working both on regeneration development and also the evolution. So I will be part of both the themes. Likewise, you can find different faculty who are associated with these themes. Where you can find these people, so that is very important, because you wanted to know who are working under these themes and what kind of research they are pursuing. Okay, so okay, I will jump one slide and come back again. So this is the place. If you go to the department webpage, so there are different thematic groups under this section. So if you go through each section, you will find all the faculty associated are with that particular theme, and also you will find a brief note and research focus of individual researcher. Okay, so this is going to be very useful for you, because if you are interested to pursuing something, and if it matches, then only you can approach this thing. And also it will allow you to filling the application, because you can give all 3 preferences, okay, based on the profiles, faculty profiles. So coming to the program, okay, so why this program? So this is a very important. Why? Because as I mentioned briefly earlier, we experienced our students, because of that BSc 3+1 year research intensive program, they got benefited. Whoever is interested in research and other academic pursuit, so they all got benefited because of this thing. And conventionally, many of our colleges are limited with the infrastructure, and because of these reasons, they focus mainly on theoretical aspects of the sciences, especially life sciences. So to overcome that, and we wanted to use our infrastructure and the expertise of different faculties, which will nurture these students, and again they can catch up with our students, whoever is excelling in research, and similarly they also will get a second chance to fill this thing, because there is no such program existing in India as of now, and we wanted to use this particular program to nurture these deserving students who wanted to pursue research. And by simply doing this 1 year research program, they will be equipped to perform research in any international standard university or premier institutions. Okay, how this program is going to be useful. Okay, so let's go into outcomes. I will discuss more about outcomes later, so that you will understand how it will be going to be benefited. Just a second. Yeah, as I mentioned, this program is very different from the regular programs, because here we focus on mainly on research, and that too research of students' interest. Okay, so here student will no need to learn just theoretical classes of all subjects. So once they join, they can choose the group, and if there is an alignment, then they can learn more about that topic. That will allow a student to learn based on his or her interest. So that is the major focus. And here, what we are going to do, we will train them, like how to do the research. Like for example, there are a couple of codes which are very useful for conducting research, like research methodology and scientific communication. These are very important aspects of our research. So they will allow you to find a problem, how to first of all do the research and find a gap in the field, and then how to hypothesize and how to use existing technologies or tools to address these questions. Okay, there are various things we will discuss in detail in the subject under this subject. Okay, so then so this will allow you to learn based on your interest, and not only that thing, the mentoring, the close mentoring by an individual PA, you will never get so easily in regular curriculum. So that is the one more important aspect of this thing. Okay, so this program actually was initiated by Anil Challa. He is also here. So if you have any questions, we both of us are here to address any aspect of this program. Okay, so we did a lot of survey and we realized that many students don't know how to move from that particular stage. That's where we started thinking how we can help these students to move ahead in research. So that's where we got this idea, like we need to have a mentor, and they need to be trained properly, and that allow them to apply different positions for the masters or integrated PhD programs. That is the main aim. Okay, and one more advantage they will get here is that already students, existing students in campus are very well aware, and because of the huge alumni, we have a huge alumni who are settled in multiple universities and institutions. So they also guide you. Okay, and all other existing students will be, they know the opportunities, they will share with, and PAs will mentor you how to go ahead and apply which program to different programs based on your interest. So these kind of things you will never get in any other regular curriculum. So that's what I think we wanted to focus. And it's not just training or something like learn PCR cloning kind of things. It's based on research question and how to you use the new experiment tools and how to address the answer the question. Okay, so basic eligibility you know already through the brochure. I don't want to repeat. If you have anything questions, we can discuss again. Okay, so the selection procedure. So here we don't want to be very strict about your academic grade. That's why it is little bit shaded light color. So but it's important to have a minimum basic understanding, but more than that, your research aptitude is very important. Who is really interested in pursuing research, and your statement of purpose will also cover similar things, like when you take a problem, how you think about that problem, and how you are going to approach it. No need to be a perfect SOP. Okay, it can be very creative, and it can be very naive. It's okay, because we wanted to understand what you are interested in, are really interested in, and are you able to think and put some serious effort towards that problem. That is why, I mean, see, generally if I don't say these things, you people will not be prepared. We don't want you to fail in interview. We want you enable to succeed in the interview. That is why I am mentioning these points. So just be confident, and now you know what we expect. So be prepared and share whatever you are thinking. It will be like a discussion. Okay, so we will be guessing or assessing the research aptitude. Your SOP will be read, and we will discuss about it. So whatever you have written will be well prepared. And motivation means, so here real motivation, you no need to be, see, generally people take different examples, like whether disease or something like that they observe. So motivation can be anything in nature, how there are diverse forms, why we need to study the ecosystem or ecology, and any question you can choose. Okay, so that motivation should be rational, inspired by some nature. That is what I wanted to emphasize on. So you need to be clear about that. So obviously, if I ask this question on the spot, so people may know, but they may tumble and they may not be confident to answer. That's why we are sharing this in advance. So be prepared. Okay, so think about what motivates you, why you want to pursue this particular line of academics, and that's what. And obviously, grades, minimum basic knowledge is required, so that it will enable you to understand and read and interpret very well whatever scientific output out there. Okay, so this is the basic selection procedure we will be carrying out. So there are a couple of rounds of interviews already. The early applications we are going to share soon when dates of the interviews, and the remaining, the 30th deadline, we will go through the second round, first round, then we will share the dates for the interviews. And I wanted to emphasize, and it will be there are four fellowship waivers, 50% waivers. So it will be based on the first come and first serve basis. So please speed up and try to fill in first round only maximum. So once it is gone, so people may miss that chance or opportunities. Yeah. So yeah. Okay. So people might be thinking, so how this is going to help to pursue higher education? So in addition to the just the theory, the research part and mentoring part, whatever I said, obviously credits matter. Okay, so in general, traditional or conventional bachelor's program covers somewhere around 140 credits. Okay, so 120 credits. Sorry, 120 credits. Okay, so here this program provides 40 more credits, which enables based on the it will become total in total it can become 160 credits, which enable based on the new NEP National Education Policy to make them eligible to conduct research. I mean, like eligible for the doctoral programs, and this is recognized by already recognized and implemented by certain institutions, and other institutions are also thinking to implement this process. So, and forget about within India, national education policy. So internationally also 160 credits makes you eligible for many of the graduate programs. Okay. So that is why. And here basically the first major portion will be based on the mentored research. Why mentored research? It is not just lab experiments or practicals. You will be joining a lab and you will be closely mentored or guided by a PI, and then you will be writing a thesis, and then it will be assessed, and it will be, and then based on the assessment you will be given credits. At the same time, a couple of theoretical courses which again will be in alignment to your particular research work only, like research methodology, basic research methodology, how to conduct research, and research communication. Without communication, research doesn't survive. Okay, so that is very critical component of the research. So here you will be learning like through journal club presentations or regular poster presentations, or you will be attending some conferences, and there are multiple ways, and you will be writing blogs or newsletters or other things, and also going to review certain articles. This is a part and parcel of the research, and which will also enable some of you might be interested in editorial aspects of the research, like you wanted to join an editorial board or of a journal or a publication house. So this particular training will also help you to achieve this particular goal. Okay. Outcomes, as I mentioned, so it will enable you to use existing knowledge to find a problem and how to design an experiment, analyze the results, and draw a logical conclusion. So, so it's no need to be a basic research. You can also, we have a different themes. So starting with the basic research, applied, and translational research. So basic research mainly based on the curiosity driven, and applied research. So if I take an example, so basic research is something like finding a no man's land, finding a new land. And if you take the, what is the application? Applied research, so then in that land, you are going to give an infrastructure, build infrastructure such as roads and all those things. And the translation research using those infrastructure. Okay, so these kind of different themes are all present in the Department of Life Sciences, and we have a close collaboration with all other departments and also the schools. Okay, and more than that, it will enable you to join different programs which are research intensive, like MSc, MTech, PhD programs offered by premier institutions within India and also abroad. Okay. And this is the list of universities. I mean, it's actually limited. I mean, space constraint, we could not provide all. So there are many more, and where our past students are pursuing both masters or integrated PhD and PhD. So because of this 4-year program, people can and are eligible to enroll into a PhD program itself. Okay, so First, I want to remind one more time. So there is a round one deadline, early round deadline over on 15th, and the round one deadline is on 30th June. So please hurry up and try to finish the applications, incomplete applications. And with this, I would like to acknowledge our Vice Chancellor, Professor Anil Mukherjee, who took this initiation, because this program was never, it's not existing. Okay, so within India, so this was taken as a challenge, and we wanted to actually give an opportunity to the all deserving people who missed this research exposure. Okay, and a special thanks to Department Professor Sanjeev Galante, Dean, School of Natural Sciences, and HOD Professor Colin Jamora, Anil Kumar Shukla, Senior Administrator. So he was also helping us a lot of these things. You might have heard calls from him, and OCJs who were actually the, what do you call that, front runners. So Aishwarya Jain, doctoral student, and Divakar Ji, fourth year UG student, biotech student. So they were, I think you might have heard from these people also, regularly calling to ask to address your queries. And above all, I would like to thank Professor Manish Dave, who took his initiation and supported from the starting to the end. And I think his experience, from past experience and insights, are invaluable. Hirak, his energy is unmatchable. Vinky, yes, she is the one who coordinated everything and made everyone to work together. Ashutosh for outreach and make this program reach to many people. Okay, and with this, I would like to start the question and answers, and feel free to ask questions to me and Anil. So Anil, though he is physically, he's not in university. He's visiting right now. He's in University of Alabama. So he's accessible, and you right now in this session also, so you can ask any questions. And there are many faculties like Tanvi, Nilesh, so they are under different themes. So if you go through the thematic sections, you can find these faculty also. So if you have a relevant question, so they will chip in and they will address your queries. Okay, I would like to end.
Mauli, do you want to put the QR code again so that they can continue?
That's a nice suggestion. So that they can, yeah.
While we are doing the Q&A.
Yeah.
So there were a couple of questions. Before opening it up to the audience again, thanks for those of you who have been submitting questions in the chat box. And so one of the questions which is kind of recurring is two questions. One is, I've already graduated from an MSc program. Am I still eligible? And as I mentioned in the chat, while the program is mainly focused on recent graduates of BSc programs, because I think we passionately feel that undergrad students, we've noticed it, right? So most undergrad programs don't have research component, and we passionately, several of us passionately feel that it's a missed opportunity for undergraduates. So our focus is undergrads, but we are not limiting. If there's an enthusiastic, motivated MSc graduate, we are definitely open to them as well. Puli, am I?
Yes, Anil. So see, so some people also asked about the plants. So there is no fixed theme. So now you can decide the theme. One more point I would like to emphasize that I missed. So you are giving three options. So if you change, so sometimes based on the eligibility and sometimes based on the PA, you may not get the first option. So don't get disappointed. The basic line of, so you get access for all the instruments and all the techniques. So the basic process of asking question and basic training, how to pursue it, is going to be the same. So don't think that this is particular theme is good or this particular theme is bad. Of course, you are passionate and your interest, that there is no question about that. So it doesn't mean that in other theme you will not get exposure or access to these kind of infrastructure and other things. And one more thing I would like to tell you, you are all going to have full access to all conferences going to happen in Shiv Nadar University. And in advance, I'm saying that we are going to conduct CMMDR, related to the developmental biology and regeneration in early January. So there will be more than 20 to 30 international speakers. So you will be having first-hand interaction with these speakers. So your future opportunities can be fixed here. So otherwise, you need to pay and register and all those things. That itself is going to be a huge amount. So I mean, just I wanted to reiterate this. Once you get into the university, it's a overall platform is accessible. Okay, so you can avail all those things. Okay, yeah, I know it is not relevant to the question, but I would like to point out.
So there's a question, Anirudh, go ahead and unmute yourself and you can ask the question.
Hello.
Yes,
I'm
Anil.
audible?
Yeah.
So, all right, sir. The first question I have is, I have submitted for an application for MSc Chemistry.
Mhm.
So I would like to work. My further interest to work after chemistry is to specialize in neuroscience. So will I be able to study MSc Chemistry and collaborate with the neuroscientists there and do my research there, sir?
See, if you are already applied for MSc program to the chemistry, if you make an entry into MSc program chemistry, so there is a naturally existing collaborations. Through those collaborations, you can work, but not through this program particularly.
Okay, understood, sir. So if I, for this program, if I ask certain specific project, is it possible to work on, or will it be based on already existing projects that are going on?
So every PA will be more than happy you coming up with a new idea and a new project. Okay, so if it fits into the PA's, aligns with the PA's interest, obviously, see, there should be certain questions asked and particular questions are pursued by the PA. And if you discuss with the PA, so they may allow. So I can't promise 100%. It depends on the PA and his alignment, research alignment. So if the PA gets impressed, why not? They will support. Generally, all our PAs are very open, and many. I would like to mention one more thing. You know, our BSc fourth year students publishes.
Okay.
So it's not like that. Like only PhD students publish or something like that. So those projects, why I'm saying that? So those projects are coming from their small time interest and small research projects interest ideas.
Okay. Sir, so my last question is, and how do you suggest I approach? Should I do my MSc first, or would you suggest I do post-baccalaureate program first, sir?
Okay, so it's a very tough question. I'm not saying that I'm because I'm coordinating this program. If you are interested in research, especially you wanted to pursue neuro, so I would suggest right now post-bac program.
Okay.
And this is only 1 year, and you can still have opportunity to change your career course. You are not going to lose anything. And if with this you fix your career path, so you are going to save 1 more year.
Okay.
That's how I will do.
Okay, sir. Understood. I should mention that I have been in touch with Dr. Asta, their neuroscience.
So yeah, excellent. If she's here, Asta, are you around? Yeah.
Hello.
Yeah, just I'm checking whether Dr. Asta is here. So yeah, so this is a summer break. I think some people are, some faculty are busy with some other activities. There are many departments going on. So that is good. You are being in touch. So if you could apply, and if she also equally interested in your candidature, I mean, like, yeah, then match.
So that's a very good point. So I think I would urge all of you as well to reach out to the investigators whose interest actually interests you, right? So that's a good takeaway from this previous question. So please write to people and definitely stay in touch with them.
Yeah, that is why I shared that one slide where you can find the research groups and the themes and the PAs under the each theme. Okay, yeah. Go ahead, Anil.
One question, Mauli.
Yeah.
So this is very relevant. Varsha asks, I've just finished my 3rd year of BSc Biological Sciences and mostly a 4th year degree is recommended highly. Do you think doing this program will be equal to an honors or a 4th year degree? Also, how different is it from a PG program?
Yeah.
So I'll make a brief remark. While this is a very personal remark, right? So one of the things is we are very caught up with degrees and certificates and all that stuff. So this program is envisioned mainly for an experience. And Mouli mentioned we are a very unique program, and I'm very proud to say that, and it's backed by data in the sense. The reason why we are very, and we would like more of these programs to happen, by the way, across the nation. And one of the reasons we are excited about this program is, as you noticed in the curriculum, it's heavily invested in your research experience, right? The students have to, because in research, all of us know that didactic courses that people take, and incidentally, many master's programs as well are heavy course intensive, as in these are didactic courses, you go and sit in, there are lectures. So, but there's enough research out there showing that these don't really necessarily translate to success in research. So research skills are definitely distinct from informational, scholarship, right? So there's a different kind of training that is required, and everybody realizes that. So, and this program is heavily based on that philosophy, that once you get that hands-on, minds-on experience in research, and that's why we carefully named also the program. It's a program in life science research, right? That emphasis on research is there. So, Varsha, the short answer is, it is definitely, in principle and philosophically, it is a program that is a continuation of your BSc, right? In the sense, it is equivalent in terms of its training, in terms of an honors or the question about a 4-year degree program, as Mouli already mentioned, it's totally in alignment, because NEP says if you have 160 credits, that's equivalent to, it will make you eligible to get into a PhD program in India as well, and many programs are getting in that direction. Mouli, you want to add anything?
Yeah, I want to add one point. So here already a couple of institutions like TFR, ISERS started considering these kind of these things. So if you go to TFR, once you are suitable for research, you don't really bother about many of these things, as the minimum eligibility is matched. So the minimum eligibility is 120 plus 40. That is why we carefully added the 40 credits to this program, so that will enable you to whoever interested students to take this further. So one question somebody asked. So allied health science graduates of previous year or before are eligible. So not second year. After, or if you are even the final year, I think you are eligible. So you know that there is a theme called aging and metabolomics. So that suits very well, because you can continue whatever you did in your BSc health science. If I understood correctly, that will be very relevant to theme also. So you can go to the theme. That is one question. The another question is for the MTech. See, as already Anil mentioned, the master's program. So if you think that you want to get trained for sure and enable you or yourself to conduct research, I still suggest to take this program. And you wanted to pursue PhD and you have done everything. If you haven't received enough technical training or something like that, okay, mainly the project-based experience, then only you apply. Otherwise, I will not suggest. Okay, that is Sarah. I think Sarah did it. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, you have been already answered. Yeah.
So there are a few questions about fees and what was it? Financial aid. So I think can we?
Yeah, I will. Can you? I will.
Go ahead.
Yeah. So okay. So as this program is initially, this is the first round. We worked a lot. I mean, thanks to Dave and Mukherjee, BC and Anji. So it was highly discounted. Why? Because the current programs, not only in our universities, many universities, first year tuition fee itself is any decent with infrastructure 2.5 or something like that above. At hostel accommodation fee will be 1.8. In the SNU also, and many other repeated infrastructure and research facilities. So here basically you are getting a lot of discount. On top of that, we wanted to support the merit based and first come first serve basis both. 4 fellowships we are providing. Fellowships in this here means like instead of giving some additional money, what we are doing is we are giving a 50% concession in the tuition. Okay, for 4 candidates out of 20. So the total intake we target is our target is 20. So that see we don't want to target many because we wanted to closely monitor and mentor and guide all the students. Okay, that is the reason. Okay. And it is it's not very heavy compared to the other things, and we worked a lot to accommodate as many as deserving students. Okay. So if you still have doubts, we can discuss.
Sir, can I have a question, sir?
Yeah, Shakil.
Sir, actually, it is a very good issue to evaluation. So I have a question. Does this program bridge the gap between the academia and industry?
So here it is. We are not focused on see industry. They will be performing 1 technique or 2 technique based on the job topic. Am I right? So that anyway, once you join that industry, you can learn in 1 month or 1 week. So here we want to enable you more than that. Okay. So it's not just for the industry job. It is more than that. Okay.
People are having graduate degree holders, some are having assistant degree holders, but when they apply for the jobs outside in the industrial particular sector, because there are not jobs for all the candidates who have the masters or PhDs. So does the curriculum of the
companies can give jobs because bioinformatics you do and you know the techniques, they will give jobs. So let's think about in a growth perspective. Be frank and we will think about growth perspective. So if you join immediately after bachelor's, so think about a person who may not be just hypothetical, may not be very well in research or not very talented, but he has a degree or she has a degree, additional PG degree, and that will change in promotion strategies and other things and growth. It will affect growth. So that's why I suggest, and I think Anil also agrees with, minimum PG you can wait for the job opportunities in life sciences. That is what my suggestion is. I mean, like.
If I may make one remark, so I think another emphasis was in the question was, is there a placement in industry, right? So, and I will follow what Mauli said. It is not necessary. So, there's a trend that, okay, there's anybody who goes through our program will get a position, right? But the industry is looking for people who are skilled, people who can actually deliver, who can add value.
Yes.
Right. So if anybody has gained skills that can add value to the industry, they're very welcome. And the reason I'm emphasizing this point is our own students, they were taken up by, so they had opportunities, and immediately after their 4-year degree program, they got in the industry, right? Because of what they were able to offer to the university, to the industry, right? So in terms of our program, we strongly believe that if students exploit the training that is offered and the resources that the university provides, I don't see a reason why they will not be attractive to the industry, right? So it's almost like we are creating a platform or a playground for you to build your own strengths so that you become attractive, right? It's a convoluted answer, but the goal is we want to really make sure students reach their potential. And so you see that in terms of curriculum structure also, it's very flexible that you have more time to assimilate and strengthen your own skills, right? So I didn't answer your question directly, but I hope you got the message.
Yeah. So I think Priyanka, so you are eligible for. I think you finished graduation. It's a diploma. I mean, I'm not clear about Form B or certificates and certified in clinical research. So you have mentioned both the things. Have you completed B pharmacy or only diploma in pharmacy? It's not clear. If it is a B pharmacy, you are eligible. Okay. Hi.
Sir, I have one more question to ask. can I ask, can I just ask if any professors from neuroscience or medicine I have a doubt?
Yeah.
Can I know that as I'm not very aware, sir?
You can ask me also. Sachin is
So my interest in life sciences is specifically for schizophrenia, because I have some personal experience with it. So if I have to pitch an idea to start, like where do I start? When I have no basic idea about the field, where do I start and when can I start learning? At which point do I start? I'm not sure.
That question. I think the school would be ideal is there. Otherwise, I'll take it. Say that for looking at schizophrenia.
Okay.
Most important is to look and set. So there are different aspects. One is particular. The most important aspect is the basic biology, the basic psychology. Okay, it is not only here. So it covers the broader ambit. What is schizophrenia and where is the disorder? Okay, what is the abnormality of the brain? Okay, so therefore that, and this will give you to know the basic mechanism of anything. It will help you in diagnosing and also in treatment options. Okay. Since you're interested in psychology, you must have read Sigmund Freud, the person who was trying to develop a scientific theory of psychology. So most important is to have, once you have an insight into the process, all its mechanisms and diagnosis, therapeutics follow. So for knowing, so what we have here is for knowing also this is psychological processes. You need to also have an exposure to humanities and social sciences. Okay. Will you? So from that, because I work on some psychiatric disorders. So we'll give you I mean, and Anil Challa has worked on different aspects. So for doing as much you need biology, then you only need to know psychology, mental processes, the language of disorders of thought, and this comes out also in the part of linguistics. There is a group. So these are the areas you can come over, work on it, and we also have a EEG lab, and we work with the design department. Okay, there are groups in different. So School of Engineering, School of Social Sciences, Department of Design. So there work on it, on how you can simple. There are ways from gait analysis, walking analysis, and speech analysis. You can develop indices of different linguistic processes and thought processes. And of course, on top of that, you have the standard psychological, say Rorschach, projective testing. So all those are available in our psychological unit. We have two very good psychiatrists there also.
Okay, sir. Understood. Got it. Okay.
Yeah. So somebody asked about the fee structure. I mean, like, thank you, Professor Person, right? So it was shared in the brochure, but again, I can tell. So it will be tuition fee will be around after discounts and other things, 1.8, and hostel fee will be 1.5 lakhs. Okay. So if you compare with the current first year tuition fee, it is much less than, way less than, more than 1 lakh less than the current first year BSc fee. Okay.
But by the way,
so,
I want to also, this is a completely residential program. So
it's completely
students
residential.
enjoy the beautiful campus and they stay in the residence halls. So it's the fee, the total fee includes living on campus.
Yeah, it's so I would like to thank Manish Dave for all his efforts to reduce the fee. I mean, already it is reduced a lot. So yeah, he has words. Yeah, he will share some.
I think for all the prospective students, you have so many professors on the call who are trying to explain you about this program, and the total intake, whatever we have planned for, I think it is a student faculty ratio will be almost 1:1, meaning one student assigned to one mentor. It is phenomenal in country in India, or forget about India. My experience or whatever, I have no little knowledge. I think overseas also will not find such a great ratio. That's one. Second is about the facilities which are there, and the professors who are working on these 7 areas have rich plus experience. So I mean, you can understand, I am not quantifying it, but I think that experience. The third part is the network which you will be which is not having any cost associated with it. Be it Professor Devra on the call, or Professor Deshmukh, AnilChalla, network itself which will be facilitated, which will be helpful for you, will be phenomenal. So I think if you want a gateway to the research or a PhD program in the areas which have been mentioned, I think this will be the right place. So while cost is absolutely important, I understand both tuition as well as the living cost, but I think you should also weigh about the network. There is no cost of the network, and I think which you will be, it's a lifelong engagement relationship which you will be building from the research perspective with these phenomenal professors. That's how I
So especially I would like to chip in one more point. So mentoring means not only conducting research here. So they will also mentor you what are the suitable prospects, and they provide a letter of recommendation if you are a deserving person. So that is not going to be easy task. Okay, so that if you are serious about research, this is going to be the best program, I can say, because you will not get that kind of guidance where you will based on your interest, where you can suitable positions or suitable labs and recommendations from these PIs or mentors here from here who are already well known in the field. So they will recognize their recommendations. Okay, so that is, I mean, there are many more such kind of things. For example, so if you go to web, so there is a lot of data and you don't know actually what is trustworthy and what is not trustworthy and when the notifications come and all those things. But when you are in the campus, the existing students are already aware of, okay, this month these calls will come. So they will be discussing. So you will be aware about which programs are running right now and which programs are open. So you will directly applying to those kind of things. You will be well prepared in advance for those applications. Otherwise, it will be a random approach and it's not a focused approach. And there are many more things. Like, for example, the way we train, that will help you to crack the interviews also, because basically we are not going to train as a coaching center, but the point is what a researcher, a PI expects is whether you are enabled or you have ability to ask a question and pursue it and communicate it properly. So all these aspects will come with this experience only, and that is a major role played by the mentors. So I didn't thank earlier all the PIs, all the faculty members who agreed to accommodate all you the students, upcoming students. I would like to give a great applaud and thanks all PIs and whoever came right now and out of their summer break, they came here and participated in this webinar and patiently listening to all the questions and addressing. Yeah, I would like to take this opportunity before I forget.
Maudi, I want to add one more point. Following Dr. Dave's mention about the network, we have a very successful pool of alumni. They're literally across the globe. And being part of this program also helps, basically the students of this program, the post-bac program, will be able to network with them as well. So your questions about, okay, what will happen to me after this? There's not only the research part of it, but recent graduates of our 4-year program will be accessible to the students of this program as well.
So we share all the details with you. So, and one more thing, see, forget about after this thing. There are some summer internships and summer courses also. So sometimes if they are open, if you have time for that thing, you can go for those kind of. I'm saying not only in India, international programs. And we have MOUs with many universities, by the way. And if it comes for the money, as I said, conferences, people need to pay to international conferences a lot. So you are no need to pay anything. You will get access to interact with all these speakers.
Dr. Reddy, the questions which are in the chat box, I think most of them Anil has addressed.
And fee related, actually.
Want to just scroll through it so that we don't miss out on anything?
So BSc honors, yes, eligible. Anil already addressed a lot. So Anil is super fast in addressing the queries. Yeah. So fee. So all of you, I mean, like if fee is not hidden, so it is clearly written on the brochure. So once you log in, you will get all the fee details. And again, I'm reiterating about why I kept this slide. Somebody asked, I think that's the right question, and I wanted to end with this slide only rather than any other slide. So where you will get an access to all the groups and faculty under these groups. Okay.
Sir, I have a last question. Can I go, sir?
Yeah.
Sir, if a person is JRF qualified and he's about to join the PhD program, how will he go for that?
No, I don't. No, you have already JRF, so you will be eligible for research in different universities or places. And if you think you need little more exposure, I will suggest personally to approach PIs to have some time, some projects or something like that if you want. I will suggest like that than because if you spend 1 year, you are going to lose eligibility for the JRF soon. So that's why I will say that 3 months or a research program or project or something, or you interact or discuss with the PIs before applying for the, if you have already JRF, I'm saying.
Is there a reason why you're not applying for a PhD program directly, Shakir? It'll be useful to understand why you're not going into a PhD despite having a JRF opportunity.
That's a very good question, ma'am. I was about to tell this thing because I am interested in doing PhD because PhD is itself a very lengthy program. I was of the opinion that I have a good theoretical background, but so far as skill set is concerned, I lack in that. I was of the opinion to gain the major skill sets and join the industry program at first. Maybe later on I will shift to the research-oriented program like PhD. And does it help to open
right way of thinking, actually, right way of thinking. You wanted to try, first of all, it's nothing wrong. So I will still suggest.
Sir, let me finish first.
Okay,
and
go ahead.
And I also I'm also of the interest to get into the abroad tuitions. Like I want to move to European countries or other countries. But at this juncture, although I applied several times, but there is something lagging in the academic credentials which does not fulfill the gap to get abroad. How does this program help?
Yeah, it will help definitely in that case. It will help you definitely. Single word answer. There is no doubt. It will help you. Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
Any questions?
Hello, sir.
Yeah.
So I'm from. I already mentioned that I'm completely from a plant science background. So I want to do my master's in abroad. Especially, I want to switch my background into molecular biology and in some other field. So this will this course help me to fix my to learn some new techniques or from the other background?
It's more than that. It is not just about techniques. So it's about so if you are really interested in some research theme. Okay, so for example, you are from you did your bachelor's in plants and you wanted to change in evolution, ecology, or neurobiology or cancer biology. You can apply and you can discuss with the PI and if you express your interest. And see, as I said, we have only limited seats and each PI can accommodate only 2 students because we want it should not be program should not be diluted. That is why we wanted to fix these ratios. Okay, so if PA is open to accommodate you in that field of your interest or something like that, then it will work. Okay, and there are three options, three different fields, so you can choose in priority order. So that may help you.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Okay. Any questions?
So,
So there was one question I already answered, but I thought it was maybe relevant to others as well, just as a general comment. So I think a couple of people mentioned that they can pursue, they extend their current year program to a 4-year one, but they would like to graduate from that program and apply for this one. And so that's true. Let's say if a student is able to graduate from an existing program and is able to join another program, I think we don't have any reservations about reviewing those applications, as long as you are clear about graduating from your current program.
Yeah, so by August you should graduate. That is the only criteria before starting the current program. So, Professor Manish, you were saying something. Yeah, sorry.
I was just saying that, I think for all the participants, one important, apart from student faculty ratio, I think it is a 95%, over 95% or 90%, just to give a magnitude that it will be hands-on lab experience, the working. It is not a classroom teaching on a whiteboard or a blackboard. I think that message should be clear to all of them, that, they will not sit in lectures for long. It is actually doing the things and things in action. And done by doing the actions is something, a message we should give to them. I hope they will understand this and more.
Yeah, so they gain deeper knowledge, especially because they here now they are going to learn more about their program or their project. So they will get a deeper knowledge, just not like irrelevant subjects or something like that they are going to learn or something, which if they are not interested. Okay. Yeah. Yes. Yeah. So any questions I want to ask? I have a bachelor's in chemistry background. Yes, chemistry as well eligible, but that's what I'm saying, that your research, you should be able to pursue that particular research problem. Okay, and PA has to agree with that thing. Okay, so there will be a first 1 month interaction with different PIs. So there are, as I mentioned, we are truly interdisciplinary and there are collaborative projects going on. So for example, we have a close collaborations with many chemists within the campus and outside the campus, other institutions. So somebody you can fit into one of the projects they may show. So I'm not saying that you will be doing chemistry there, but they may need a person with chemistry understanding also. So then you may fit in. So you can see, that's what Anil suggested. Somebody have written in advance. That is what it is going to, like you can write in advance to the PAs. And if PA shows interest and you are really interested in pursuing this thing, so that's it.
Yeah, that is another unique thing, right? So most places you get into a program and it's kind of you don't know what's going to happen later. Here we are actually enabling you to already choose one of the themes. I mean, we gave you 3 options, but if you just have really one clear goal of, like, let's say neuroscience, you can directly write to the faculty members and express your interest while applying to the program.
I would like to tell in advance also, like if there is such kind of things, we get a feedback from the faculties, PAs. So if they are really interested and you are fitting to the lab environment, that may help you to enter into this program. Okay, so don't hesitate, just write to the PAs also. Yeah. Great. Yeah, any questions?
Puli, so while the participants communicate with the PI, they should also parallelly, complete the application, because then your process of selection will not be delayed, and the process will go on.
So agreed. So for example, if the 50% waivers are completed, gone. So don't delay too much, because we can't give to many people. So that's already after multiple discussions, it was decided.
And as Dr. Reddy has already mentioned, we are scheduling the first round of interviews. So you still, we are the 30th deadline. Please take it seriously, so that we are also in a better shape to organize all the interviews.
Yeah, as I mentioned, there is an early deadline. So whoever applied, so we are going to conduct mostly in next week or sooner the interviews. So we'll be started shortlisting. So we wanted to do more intense interaction. I mean, like, intense means don't take it otherwise. We wanted to know more, and you also will get chance to know more about our program and our institution. So we wanted to give more time for individual candidate. That's why we wanted to do it continuously.
Sir, are the program details available on the SNU website?
Yeah, once you apply, once you start registering, if you haven't completed also, there is a brochure. So you can request the OCJs, whoever call you, so they will share the brochure, and brochure has the fee structure. If you want, I can share. You want me to share? Just I will show a snapshot from the brochure. So that will just a second.
Mouli, I think the details are they've been published on the website as well.
Page also. So I wanted to show I think post baccalaureate program web page. It is there actually, but they asked, so I thought like.
The fees towards the end.
Yeah, towards Iraq is yeah. Can you see here?
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Fine. Okay. I will stop sharing. Yeah. So, any more questions? Okay, if no more questions,
it's a good time to end the webinar.
Yeah. Oh, thank you for all the participants, and Tanvi, Sachin, Anil, Manish, Prasun Roy, everyone here, everyone. Okay, thanks for your time. Nilesh also was there. I think. Yeah.
Thanks to all the participants, and thanks, Mouli.
Yeah, thanks, Anil. So I didn't put both of our names because we're
doing it together.
Yeah, we want to. Yeah. So okay. People can end the session.
I am logging out now. Thank you.
Yeah. Fine. We can discuss later. Fine.